Planned Parenthood, the ACLU, and pro-choice groups have filed a federal lawsuit to keep Ohio's restrictive abortion law from going into effect. The so-called heartbeat bill would ban abortions after the first detectable fetal heartbeat, which can come as early as 5 or 6 weeks into a pregnancy. It makes no exceptions for rape or incest and was signed into law by Governor DeWine last month. The lawsuit asks for a temporary ban to keep the law from going into effect while it moves through the courts.